Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob. It's time for some more Age of Wonders 3 this weekend. Before we get started, a quick bit of housekeeping. I'm going to be doing 5 episodes this weekend. That's my current plan, because next weekend I've got friends visiting from out of town. Plan is to release them probably every other day, just to kind of keep a more even pace of episodes coming out rather than doing them all in one chunk. But with that out of the way, let's get started, as we got a lot of ground to cover today. I want to get beginning with our comments here. I got from Nelnico, reminded me that Underground Tigran City could also make golems with enchanted armor. I think I sort of completely forgot about golems, but yeah, he's right. I was talking about like my thoughts of whether to migrate this city so it can make dwarf firstborn, which would admittedly pair very well with flame tanks, but another option is just to leave it as Tigran and make golems there. Also, of course, engineers, musketeers, that kind of stuff. I don't know how many musketeers will really make because cannons are just kind of like better, but engineers still useful to pair with the cannons for rapid reload. So the golems, though, I think could be useful. Just have a beefy melee infantry unit, something that isn't technically mounted because the human knights are the only other things I have that really fill that melee role. So yeah, that's a good idea, I think. It will still be a little while before I actually bring that city into the fold, though. I think they're going to stay a vassal for probably a while. Now that I'm down here, I probably should remember to turn that into a earth node, I suppose, now that I think of it. Maybe after I've summoned a few spy drones. We'll talk about that in a minute. From Arch Redbeard, cure disease on, well, okay, this is sort of a belated comment, but it's something I want to keep in mind in the future. Cure disease on Zari could be useful once I get her back, because Zari, because of the enemy Mogwai, the goblin who's going to have swarm darters and stuff. Perhaps more importantly, the goblin blight doctors or whatever they are, the ones that can cast weakness on you. Cure disease can get rid of that. It's a nasty debuff, so it would be nice to have a way to get rid of that. And they also, I did not know this, but break control will remove stiffened limbs. I feel like somebody may have told me that in the past, and then I forgot about it, and now I'm remembering again. But I'll try to commit that to memory. For some reason, it just doesn't like make logical sense to me. But I guess the more I think about it, it kind of does. I just never thought of like break control. I've always thought of stiffened limbs being more like a disease rather than like you're literally using magic to prevent them from moving. And so in that context, break control does make sense if I think about it that way. Also, the shrine en route to Arangoth could have been used for healing a few episodes ago. I did want to mention that. I don't remember why. I feel like I did see it and for some reason didn't go to it, but I don't know why. Maybe I just felt like it was too out of the way and I was too zoned in on trying to kill him quickly. I didn't want to take the extra step, but in retrospect, it doesn't really make a lot of sense because it would have been roughly the same speed either way. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, good to remember that's out here in case I do need to do any more fighting in this area. I don't know that I will, with the exception of the fact that Artica took this city, and she's around here somewhere. I just don't know where. I'm guessing maybe in the fog of war in this area. I might. What I think I'm going to do is when I split up my army, I'm going to send 2 stacks with the Dreadnought and the Dwarf to go down here and work on clearing that shrine, because Arctica's sitting on it right now, and she's getting dangerously close to that victory. She's got 11 out of 25. She's almost halfway there. So I definitely want to put a stop to that ASAP. So yeah, I'll be doing, I think what I'm going to do is have 2 full stacks go down to take this, and have like some other stragglers form a group to go hunt down Artica. I think last I saw she didn't have like a huge army with her, so I might be able to get her with a handful of cannons and other kind of, like maybe a flame tank if I can get one down here quickly enough. From Tarsak, remember to sell class buildings. This is something I consistently and repeatedly forget to do in every single one of my videos. It's a little too late now because they've already taken Arangoth's capital back, but he probably had some Necromancer class buildings in there that I could have sold for a bit of extra cash. Antarctica sitting on them might end up selling them herself. I don't know, we'll see. But if I can get it back, I'll try to remember that. Also from Tarsak, engineers only get XP from reloading once per battle, and Impregnable also pointed out that cannons get XP once per battle for reloading themselves. So spamming engineer reload on cannons repeatedly is good for, I mean, like combat reasons, like you want to keep the cannons loaded in case you need to shoot stuff, But from XP reasons, it's actually better towards the end of the battle if you've been using engineers to reload the cannons. Let each cannon reload itself once if you can to get a little XP out of them, because the cannon gets it for reloading once and the engineer gets it for reloading once. So that's worth noting. And then from Impregnable, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to be able to cover some of it, but I'm going to maybe refer you guys to some reading. He left a huge amount of feedback, particularly with regard to the Dreadnought, but I want to begin with the Hall of Chivalry. It doesn't benefit anything above tier 2. To get the extra matter for tier 3 and on units, you need the Masters Guild and the Human Race Governance upgrade. And what this basically does is, I think I said something in one of the recent episodes that made this look like the Hall of Chivalry would give me units with would give me tier 3 units with an extra promotion. It does not. It's limited to tier 1 and 2. What happens is the Human Race Governance, which is right here, it's this one. City upgrades that improve a specific unit type's rank give 2 additional ranks instead of 1. So just to clarify, it's that combined with the Masters Guild is what would give me 2 extra ranks on siege units as opposed to just the one that the Masters Guild would typically provide. So just wanted to clear that up real quick because I think I said something that was misleading about that. Also, part of the reason in the Necromancer battle that Zari died was probably due to Desecration being cast. I'd forgotten that spell was up, and I thought those Storm Sisters were doing an unusually large amount of damage to Zari considering she had Divine Protection and she was on defense. It was probably Desecration, and I just completely forgot about it, so that's part of the reason why she died so quickly. Also from Impregnable, stone walls in my capital will give 2 extra gold mines. That's a great call. I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah, there's those 2 gold mines just outside of my capital's reach. So I'm going to cancel production of those 2 priests, and then I'm going to build a stone wall, and then actually after that, I'm going to build a human cavalry just to give a little bit of extra variety up there in case Artica tries to sneak up this way, because like I said, she might be in here, which could put her only a couple turns away from my capital. So I want to try to make sure that I've got that covered. This guy I'm going to keep going down because I do need healers down south, so we'll keep him moving in that direction. Another interesting thing from Impregnable, Bard skills is technically a different effect from the plus 200 from high morale provided by some hero upgrades, including Imperial Authority. So I've been holding off on getting Imperial Authority on my Dreadnought for a while, which gives plus 200 to Undead Machine, to anything that's not Undead Machine or Elemental. I have been holding off on getting that because I didn't think it stacked with Bard skills, which is an item, that harp thing that she is carrying. So in actuality, this gives a different effect than the high morale provided by the other one, because this is plus 300, the other is plus 200. The other is technically high morale, whereas this one is technically Bard skills. So you could actually combine the two to get plus 500. The only thing is I'm probably not going to do that because her army is going to have an awful lot of machines in it. So the Bard skills and even the high morale isn't going to benefit that much, because what I think I'm going to do with her army, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, because part of that had to do with some feedback from Impregnable, and I think I know how I'm going to set up her army. But I think I'm going to give that Bard skills item to the dwarf most likely, so that because he's going to have more units that would benefit from it that will not be machines. Speaking of this guy here, whatever his name was, Benham, to get the Blood Brothers as quickly as possible, it shows up at level 7 and he's currently level 5. So basically the next 2 levels with this guy, since Blood Brothers cost 10, if I want to get that as soon as possible, I need to not research anything else with this guy. So I have to just let him get XP for a couple levels. I'll try to remember that. With regard to global spellcasting, focusing on getting spy drones and maybe getting 40 casting points and then spy drones is a pretty high priority, because I need to find the other cave entrance over there. Of course, it's going to be a lot easier once that falling clouds effect is gone, but I can at least get spy drones, start getting them sent in that direction, and I think I know where I'm going to summon another one this turn. The only thing is I don't know whether I want to do that or really focus on rushing Resurrect Hero, because in order to do that I would have to stop my current research and focus on Invention, which I could probably do fairly quickly. I'll think about that in a minute here. But yeah, speaking of Res Hero, to get that as fast as possible, Arch Redbeard pointed out something that I did not realize, but it's just the math of how the research book kind of selects what comes next. He like really went into detail on how it all works. So if you want to check it out, read his comments in episode 8-8. Specifically, I think this was in the reply. He like made a comment and then put a reply under that comment. He's got a ton of information on there, both on how the research book works and how to play the Dreadnought class highly efficiently, since that's his favorite class. But basically, long story short, the Resurrect Hero spell is going to show up in one of these three, which I kind of knew that already because it's a strategic spell. So generally speaking, if you want to unlock more strategic spells, research strategic spells. But since there's three of them here, there's basically two that are related to my magic specialization, Domain of Earth, Adept of Earth, and this one's Master of Earth. And then this one is the class-specific one. And what he was saying was, in order to get it fastest, if there's two related to your magic specialization, pick one that is less expensive between those two. And if there's two related to your class, pick whichever one is less expensive between those two. Right now, I'm only one turn away for Suppressed Nature, so I kind of want to finish it anyway. But I think I probably will stop to get just a few extra casting points, because I'm making mana at a rate that I can't really spend it very efficiently. So I'm going to try to get a bit more in Invention. Plus, this will help me cast... I can maybe get the... whatever that spell is, the Earth... the one to transform Earth nodes. I think it's just called Transform Mana Node or something, but basically to make that an Earth node so I can get a little more research out of it. But yeah, between that and spy drones, the top priority right now is finding the quickest way to get down to this shrine underground. I have to find a cave entrance down here somewhere. I'm very lucky that my spy drone found that before it died. And I basically... Tomek is sitting down there and will win the game in 19 turns unless I can stop it. So I have to get down there and not only capture that spot, but hold it. I'm going to need an army permanently stationed in that area defending it. So yeah, a lot going on there. Basically, okay, that covers everything. I think that covers all the comments. But like I said, if you want further reading on how the mechanics of how the research book works, or the mechanics or the very advanced detailed strategy on how to play the Dreadnought at like very efficient levels, check out Impregnable's comments in episode 8-8 of this series. And with that being said, let's get into some gameplay here. We've got 5 episodes to cover here, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do has to do with something Impregnable mentioned, was that the ratio of cannons to engineers, probably the most efficient one is a 1 engineer per 2 cannons, and the reason for that being, round 1, both cannons move up, take shots, so 2 shots. Engineer is right behind, reloads one of them on round 1. Round 2, engineer reloads other cannon that he didn't reload the first time, both cannons shoot again, and you have 4 shots off with just 1 engineer. Now, my hero, I think, has rapid reload. If she hasn't gotten it yet, I'm going to get it on her very soon. Where is that? Did I have... Okay, I didn't get that on her yet. Alright, well, this will be a bit more efficient once my hero levels up. I guess for now we'll leave 2 engineers with her. But eventually I'm going to drop one of those engineers and add another cannon to her group. For the time being, we'll take the 3 cannons, the 2 engineers, and my leader. And then this guy here, we're going to add... Oh, what are we going to do with him? Let's add the 2 knights. And you know what? I'm going to drop that archer from his group. I want to get better units in with him. So we'll drop that archer. We'll add one of these 2 knights. In fact, what I'm probably going to do is drop the gold rank knight and add the 2 that need XP. And let's get maybe... You know what? He could afford to have his own cannon and engineer sitting around because I got another one up there and I can bring down more pretty quickly. So maybe I will drop another one of those knights. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave the. I think I'm gonna drop the saber-tooth chariot actually, because I've already got 1 knight back here. And this army, the army I leave behind. Well, no, I will drop a knight behind, because if the Dreadnought sends more stuff up through that tunnel entrance, I am probably going to want a bit more of a force back there. So yeah, let's drop 1 more knight off. We'll drop the weaker one off for now, and move them forward. And then I'm going to add 1 cannon and 1 engineer to his army, just for now. I'm probably going to mix that up more later. I'll leave 2 knights back with the archers. This guy can join the Sphinx and the priest for a bit of extra healing. And I think I'm going to move them onto that cave entrance and kind of park them there and see if Artica shows up. I sort of want a spy drone in this area now that I think of it to keep an eye out for her, but the dense fog right now is going to prevent it from seeing very far. Let's leave the archer as sort of the odd one out, I guess. And maybe just station him here. While these guys, just at least for this turn, chill on that cave entrance to try to prevent anything else from coming up. And then these armies are going to go down. They'll be the ones to deal with Artica on the next turn. Although, depending on what I see here, I might... Okay. That's... Oh, Artica made it all the way down here? Well, that changes things. She must have... Oh, she took this city and then just came right back over. Let me move my leader up a bit and see if there's any... Oh, holy crap. Frick, that does change things a bit. I did not realize how big of a force they had down here. They don't have School of Enchantment stunning yet, do they? Okay, this does change things a bit. Crap. Alright, whoever's fast. Anyone fast. I need everyone back down this way. Literally as fast as these units can... Although if I pull them off that cave entrance, that could be a problem for me too. What's kind of like the unit matchup here? They got a lot of Phantasm Warriors, which would be a bit of a problem. But I do have a lot of cannons. If I attack from the right angle, I may be able to take everything. If they attack me... You know what? They don't have me outnumbered by as much as it looks like. It's only 3 units more, and my units overall are quite a bit better, I think. Plus I've got a Yeti that's not really going to care about their frost attacks. I think I might actually be okay here. I think I'm going to be okay here. We'll move that archer back. We'll leave these guys where they were. I may send the Sphinx down. Oh, you know what? I will send the Sphinx down, because it's got a fire attack. And I'll just put the archer with that group when the time comes. That's fine. But yeah, I want to get him down there. I don't think he'll make it in time, but he's of course 1 turn away. Dang, he would have been useful to have in this battle. But we'll see how they position themselves on the next turn, if there's a way I can take advantage of it. Because if they leave their units in the orientation they are, I may be able to get to attack them without drawing quite as the full army into the battle. We'll see what they do. Flame tank is done. Let's close that. You know what? I'll come back to that. I need to make sure. Did I put those armies back? Okay, I did put them back together. That's good. All right, back to the flame tanks. Now that I got that gold mine, everybody needs to head down this way. That tank doesn't have anything to repair it. Do I have a Master's Guild in this city already? Listing upgrades. It's got the siege workshop. Generates and regenerates health of garrison machine units. Okay. I need to let this one sit in the city for a little bit. And I'm going to have to just kind of be careful about which ones I pull out of the city, because I want the new, fresh ones and leave the injured one in there to repair. The other one's fine, so we'll move him down. And this engineer can come along too. The builder was on his way over here. Impregnable did give a suggestion of building like roads through the wetlands here, but I still think I want that ziggurat. I want the gold, so I'm gonna go for it. All right, that guy's out of movement. The priest, those guys are pretty much all out of movement. Okay, so they've all moved as much as they can. I did get a race governance level up with the dwarves. I will never build dwarf crossbowmen, so I don't know. Neither of these really matters. I'll just get the economic one, I guess. Siege business. Let me know when you're ready to talk. That's fine. Quest available. Tell me more about this quest. I don't have a way of helping you guys out with that. I'm sorry. As much as I would like a dwarf firstborn, I don't have time for that right now. Human priest is done here. I'm going to leave him here, finish the stone wall, and then we got the cavalry queued up, so I'm just going to put him on camp, just to make sure my capital doesn't get sniped by something. This city wants to join me for 165 gold. Oh wait, that's the Tigran city. You know what, they probably are relatively safe down there, aren't they? I don't know. Should I do that? Like, I don't really have money to upgrade them right now. I think I'm going to continue to say no on that for now. Money's a little tight. It'll get better in the next few turns once I get those stone walls in my capital. I'm going to have another 50 gold per turn in a few turns here. I think for now we'll leave them as they are. And hopefully they'll give me tributes, which should be more useful right now. Army requires your orders. That's my other spy drone. What is he doing down here? I think he ran into a dead end. Well, you know what? I'm going to send him back. Yeah, that looks like a dead end there. I'm going to send him back this way. I feel like I might have been running away from something with that guy, but I can't go the other way anyway, so we're just going to have to hope for the best. Falling clouds is not a good thing to have right now. Another summon spy drone is ready. I'm going to do that near my leader here. Actually, probably near Benham, because if I do it right here, it can move this way. It can't quite reach those haste berries, but it can get close enough. And then I can just send it through to try to get to the enemy land as quickly as I can. Transform to Earth node, I am going to start now, I think, because I could really use the extra research. Yeah, we'll do that. And while that is happening, I'll be researching Invention to try to get my mana casting up so I can get more spy drones out more quickly. Alright, those guys are good where they are. Spy drone is good where it is. That army's fine there. Those guys are good there. And that tank needs to rest there. Although I need to be careful about that because I'm actually going to tell it to skip turn because the new flame tanks being produced in that city, I don't want them to get left out. I'm going to maybe drop one of those and build another cannon or two. Yeah, let's get maybe just a couple more cannons in the mix. Impregnable was telling me just how important cannons are to playing Dreadnought efficiently, and I think I agree with his feedback on that. Artica got Imperial Resonance. I can steal that from her. Alright. It's freezing cold this morning, and then my heater just kicked on. Now I'm kind of sweating in here. Metropolis, produce stone wall. There we go. That's an extra 20 gold per turn, which is excellent. I also got another hero offer. Which one did I get? It's another orc druid, ironically enough. I mean, I don't know. Do I take this one or just wait to get the other one back? I'll wait to get the other one back because this one's going to cost money. Just going to say no. I require another type of hero. Which one did I get first? Did I get the orc first or did I get Zari first? I think I got the orc first. No matter, like, the orc druid is kind of like replaceable. Like, if I wound up with a different hero in the long run, I'd be fine with that. But Zari is not. Zari with Vigilant is very, very unique. Plus, it's a Theocrat and a Tigran, and I like just all of those things. So, I'll just say not now. I'm gonna just stall on heroes until I get my 2 back, just to make sure I got Zari. Flame tanks, I can close that. So another one is ready. We can split that from that group and head south. Let's get the builder into position. I can I'm just gonna use the haste berries to get here. Like, if I could build here and then upgrade to a stone fortress, and then I would get all of these happiness things in. So if I ever turned it into an actual city, it would generate more. But do I really want to do that? I don't know. Because, like, I could turn it into a city and produce merchandise. And with all the extra happiness, it would produce even more merchandise. So it might be worth it in the long run if I put it there and then upgraded to stone walls. Because that would be 2 for the wooden fort, right? There's the wooden fort 1. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm not remembering this. I think the wooden fort's 2 in every direction, and stone walls makes it 3. I'm like 99% sure of that. I'm gonna feel really stupid if that's not the case. You know what? I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about that, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. Let's go. Let's click the button. Oh wait, no, it shows you. Okay, the stone fort is. Yeah, okay, I was right the first time. The wooden fort would be like that if I put it there or there, and then upgrading to stone would expand it out. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that and then put a city there so I can produce merchandise on it and get more out of that ziggurat. All right, go for it. But with that in mind, I need to have a settler prepared to do that. So I think I may take a brief break from this because this city has plenty of production, and we're gonna just get a settler real quick. Well, that's gonna take time to upgrade though, won't it? Because it's got that plus then 2 turns to upgrade to stone fortress. So I think what I'm gonna do is we'll build another flame tank. If I'm timing this out correctly in my head, we'll build a flame tank, the settler, then another flame tank, then 2 cannons. That's the plan. The other option would be to build a settler up here, like right now, and then by the time it gets down there, it would be ready. But I think I'm going to build a few more cavalry, maybe several more cavalry, we'll see. I think I'm okay with things the way they are at the current moment. Okay, this city is offering a tribute. I don't really need an army way out in the middle of nowhere, but I guess they would be good for exploring. The only thing is I don't really want to pay the upkeep on stuff out there. I don't really care that much about what's out there. Yeah, I'm gonna say just take the mana, and I'll try to just make sure to spend it. Yeah, I don't really need another army in that area. I'm gonna grab Invention 2, get to 40 casting points, and then go back to trying to get Resurrect Hero. Alright, everybody can continue to move south. We'll get those flame tanks. See, this is where Impregnable was talking about building the road through, I think. Which would be handy, but it'll have to wait until after that fort's done. Okay, those two are kind of together. This group's more or less together. And this guy is still patching up, and will be for some time. Those engineers, I gotta get them upgraded. I need that emergency repair. I could also make builders to send along with some of my units, which may not be a bad idea. In the long run, that's where this guy's going to wind up. He's just going to follow one of these armies around repairing their machines. This guy, instead of going this way towards that cave entrance, I'm going to go across the mountains in this direction with him. And I've got another one who's a bit further south. He's going to grab those haste berries and try to book it across this open bit of land, hopefully without drawing too much attention. We'll leave him there for now. Hopefully that's a little bit out of the way. Alright, let's see what we've got going on over here. They did move some of their stuff. Let's just move my hero up for a minute. Okay, they consolidated to try to make it more difficult to blast through. Is it worth waiting one more turn for my Sphinx to show up, or should I just go for it now against the current unit setup? One problem is those Phantasm Warriors. I don't have anything that really kills them very well. But what I do have is a crap ton of artillery that I think I can exploit to my advantage if I use it very carefully. The seal is going to attack both of us, so if I'm lucky, that'll drop some magic damage on the Phantasm Warriors. If only this guy was one space closer. Just one space. That would make all the difference in the world here, I think. Because he could nuke those Phantasm Warriors, not to mention all the Frostlings with fire. Let's see. One of the Ice Queens is a bit weak. She's in the process of healing. I think my army can outdo them. I may lose some stuff on this, but if it knocks them, if it knocks her out of the game, if I can take out Arctica and then rush the capital quickly enough, which is actually literally right there. Ooh, yeah. I think I could take Arctica out of the game here, as long as I can finish her here. We'll see what kind of spells she casts. What kind of spells can I cast for that matter? I've just the basics. I haven't really done much with combat spells with my leader. What about you? You've got the basic warlord stuff. I want a better idea of what she's got. I can't see her actual spells, but she's got frickin' 115 casting points. That could do a lot of damage. Plus a lot of Phantasm Warriors that could really mess up my cannons if I let them get too close. Hopefully I wouldn't have to let them get too close. I got plenty of reload capability. These guys still don't have Inflict Stun, so they haven't gotten that for support units yet. I'm worried if I wait just one more turn, they'll have it. Because if they get Inflict Stun on their Ice Queens and support units, that completely changes this. I'm going to try this. This is going to be a difficult battle, but I don't think I have the luxury of waiting. So let's get you guys in here. And whoever's got the most movement probably is going to be Benham. Or, well, we'll send the Sabretooth. We'll send Benham in, because there'll be items to pick up. No, there won't. Yeah, there will. There will, because there's a different hero in there. It's not just their leader. Okay. A closely matched battle. That's not really what I like to see, but we got to get Arctica off the seal, right? So this is going to be one of those things where it's all going to be about using the cannons as carefully as I possibly can. she's given herself Star Blades. The problem is now they're rushing me, and that's not good. I didn't want them to rush me because, well, because of cannons. Alright. What can I possibly do here? I could get those wisps off me pretty easily, but like I said, the Phantasm Warriors are kind of the #1 problem here. Venom, fortunately, does have Spirit Ray stuff, and maybe my hero does too. Yeah, she's got Spirit Ray. Forgot I had that. That could be pretty important here. So Ice Queens don't have teleport yet either. They're pretty much just going to come in and hit stuff with icy attacks. I need to back my cannons off. Is this indestructible? I think that's probably indestructible. Yeah, it's not a destructible object. Okay, I'm gonna back my cannons off, and I may not be able to line things up quite perfectly to get kills on the units that I want to kill, but I can, at the very least, start picking away at those Frost Queens, I think. So, what is the maximum possible range? Because it extends beyond the normal max range. I want the max possible range that I can do full damage to that Ice Queen. 22 to 32. He could hit that one from here and couldn't hit anything beyond that point. So I think I'll use him to hit that one, most likely. This one can't really back up enough to where I'm comfortable with, because those Phantasm Warriors are going to be able to go, if I move this cannon, they'll be able to go right through that wall and get to this guy. I don't like that, but I can't really move him any further away than this anyway, so I may as well do that. If they do come through and hit that cannon, I can at least have Jasmine ready to hit him with a Spirit Ray. Preferably at like an angle that no one else can reach her at. We'll do maybe like here. And if he comes in, she could flank him. This one is going to go here, which is as far as it can go. And the Ice Queens cannot quite close that distance. Alright, let's get you out of the way so you don't interfere with this guy's line of sight, because you are going to go after that one. You are going to shoot this one. Actually, why not finish that one off? Yeah, let's just kill one. Alright. Engineer is going to reload. Do rapid reload on this one, I think. This engineer can reload the other one. I have an engineer over here too, so you can reload this guy. Now they will come through, they will attack that cannon, so I just need my leader in a position to counterattack with some Spirit Rays. Plus I've got engineers here that can fire Blunderbuss. That at least does some fire damage, so that could be useful against the Phantasm Warriors. So this side's more or less done everything they can do, and they did knock out an Ice Queen on round 1, which is good. This side, I think what I may want to do is get rid of that Wisp before it teleports in and starts being a nuisance. And I could probably take it out with a single cannon shot, so that should be easy. I want these guys taking front line against the 3 Phantasm Warriors on this side, because the Yeti will do ice damage to them, and that's going to be the best defense I have on this side. I think for the cannon, let's just get rid of the Wisps. We'll back it up as much as I can to make sure it's out of range of anything that could potentially reach it, which would include those guys. In fact, I'm going to slide it a bit over this way so it can maybe assist the other army. Maybe from this spot is okay. I don't really want that pillar getting in the way of this shot, so Oh, the Wisp is going to be a bit more resistant to it because of the physical protection, but that's okay. I think I can still finish it off on this turn because these guys could throw a spear at it and run away. I think even Venom could hit it from a range that the Phantasm Warriors cannot reach him. Yeah, he could pretty easily do that. From that spot, he'd be fine. Let's get this engineer over here. Rapid reload that cannon. And I want to make sure both Phantasm Warriors can reach this guy on this turn. I want them to run right into him. The Knight can come down and be sort of like a general support for both armies. I just want to make sure the Phantasm Warriors can't reach the Knight, or else they'll probably go after him. And then at this point, Venom can just finish off. I could save that spear for flanking another Phantasm Warrior in the back with it, so I'll leave him here. And I'll just let Venom finish off the Wisp. Okay, so that Wisp is not a problem anymore. I gotta hope to get a little lucky with the... Oh, yeah, I've got Guardian Flames on her too. That could be... You know what, I'm gonna have her give that to herself now. Because she may need that against the Phantasm Warriors. Nothing can hit her, right? Yeah, nothing can reach her except for maybe the Harpoon Thrower. This guy can't reach her. I'm out of range there. Okay, let's go ahead and just do Guarded by Flames now, because she's going to have plenty of other things to do once this battle really kicks off. And I think everyone else is done. We'll Yeti on defense, a Knight, and the Tigran on defense. They're just sitting back there, probably going to cast spells the whole time. That's okay, because I'm pretty sure I can handle the stuff they're sending in. Oh good, they're exposing their own units to the cold. That makes my life easier. Okay, that one did exactly what I thought. There was no way to avoid that, unfortunately. But, okay, they're not taking the Yeti bait. Well, at least that group didn't. Those ones did. They, of course, got a crit, but I still hit back for more damage. Alright, this is pretty much exactly what I was thinking they would do. So, this is good. And they have moved themselves into a position where the engineer can get a pretty good blunderbuss hit on them, I think. The only problem is the cannon's a bit in the way. There's also flashbang, but that's only one unit. Blunderbuss would hurt my own cannon, so I don't really want to do that, even though it would do a lot more damage to them overall. Unit can't shoot while it's engaged. I could maybe kill that guy and then move the cannon. And if I do this right, I've got an idea. Okay, if I'm careful about this, I can do this in a specific way. I think from this spot right here is fine. What I'm thinking is try to kill him if I can. It's 11 to 17 times 3, so there's a chance. It's not necessarily a high chance or a low chance. It's kind of a medium chance that I finish him. And I really do need to finish him. What about a melee attack? That's a better chance. I think 5, 4, and 4 would be... That's basically a guaranteed kill. I think 5, 4, and 4 that's 8, 13. That'd be 39. That's not a guaranteed kill. What am I talking about? I'm gonna pick the safer option and save some of my unit's health. I think I can work around it. I'll save some of my leader's health. I mean, I think I can work around it. So I'm gonna back her off just a little bit. And do it from here. Okay, I didn't get the kill, but that's kind of what I was expecting. Okay, in that context, I'm gonna move the engineer here. he can do his blunderbuss from this angle, which does damage to everyone and kills that Phantasm Warrior. And then these tigers are closing in, but I think I don't think it's going to matter. If I was to shoot from this angle, I would hit one. But if I was to pull this cannon back and shoot from here, no, it's still only going to hit one. Okay. What about if I move this cannon here? Whoops. Let's not, we don't have time for oops. The tiger's really not going to do a lot of damage to the cannon, so I don't think I need to worry about that, but I want to line them up to where they can reach both of those units, is the idea. In fact, all three of them, potentially. So if I move this guy here... And I have to make sure I can take care of that Phantasm Warrior to watch these cannons' backs. But I could blast them. And move this guy here. Blast them. And then... Crap. I didn't do this quite right. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because there's only one left. I don't need a specific angle for this to work. I can move him here. Rapid reload with the engineer. And then use one more cannonball to just get rid of that guy. Okay. I got a tiger coming in at me from this angle, but that's not a huge deal. I'm still out of range of the Phantasm Warrior. The tiger is not going to do much. Well, it'll do more than I thought it would, I guess, but it's not going to kill anything. So now I've got these guys to worry about over here. This one's an easy choice. I think we just have the Yeti smack him around a bit, or we just leave the Yeti on defense. Either way kind of works. This guy is the one that definitely needs to go down. And I think that's going to be Benham's job. Mostly, because he's got that Spirit Ray. He's also got Assassin Strike, which might do more because of Overwhelm. 9 to 13 and 5 to 7. That's a minimum 14. This is a minimum of 18, so Spirit Ray is still better. I'll back Benham up and blast him with as much Spirit Magic as I can. I could also blast him with Flashbang or with a Blunderbuss for a bit more damage, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the engineer, that engineer kind of hanging over here. Just out of range of the tiger, I think. Will he still do full damage if I do the blunderbuss like this? Yes, he will. And I think the knight, okay, that's 4 to 7. I need a devastating charge for that to work. I could throw the Sun Spear at him and then charge him with a knight. That might be the best option, because then I can use the cannon to hit something further away, like Arctica, for example. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw the Sun Spear at him. Then the knight can finish with a devastating charge. Then this can give Arctica a special present, while staying safely behind the front lines. Yetis can stay here. This guy is going to try to get to somebody back in this area. Benham's guard is down. I'm going to leave them set up kind of like this, I think. Will he hit twice? No, he'll only hit the Saber-Tooth Chariot once. So I'm going to leave that Saber-Tooth Chariot there on defense. I'll leave these guys here on defense. And I think that's as good as I'm going to get for now. Altogether, I think pretty good. Those engineers might be in some danger. I didn't realize the tigers could get all the way down to them, but tigers are fast. We'll see, though. The tigers may just flank the... Oh, of course, that lands right on that unit on this turn. But they don't seem to... Oh, they are going after them. Yep, okay, they're going to kill that unit because the friggin' stupid cosmic ray stuff keeps messing me up. Hit the other person, please. Alright. Well, they are going after my friend there, and we can't be having that. I think this situation is a little bit easier. I can move these guys around, I can flank, get a nice big hit on him. Venom can probably, yeah, he can finish that one off. The Knight can devastating charge this guy and finish him. The cannon can continue to pressure units downrange. Just want to make sure I do this right. I would love to get Artica out of the picture, like right now, because she's going to keep casting spells. But this person also is moving a little bit uncomfortably close to me, so may need to do both. I think I can. I have enough cannons. I'm gonna have these guys do another rapid reload. They can actually go a bit further back, I think. Yep. One more cannon should knock Artica out. The question is, can I get the right angle to do it? That guy needs to reload, but I could use an engineer to do it as well. These other two actually have to reload themselves on this turn. I'm gonna try to get Artica. Can you hit her from here? No, you can't, but I think you might be able to from here. Yes. Okay. There she goes. And, oh, lucky me, that Ice Queen can't reach. I thought that Ice Queen could probably get there, but it can't, because the pillar's sort of blocking its movement. Alright, in this case, we need... well, everyone to kind of fall back, I suppose. The cannons especially. I mean, they gotta go back and reload themselves on this turn, so... take as much space as you need. And we definitely don't want to leave my hero sitting out there by herself. I think we'll pull the hero over here. Maybe guard the flank of those engineers from this spot right there. Okay, all things considered, it's looking all right. I can move this guy forward a bit to get him closer to the rest of the battle. Would you stop hitting me with that and hit them for once? I guess I have more units now, so it's technically more likely to hit me. Okay, not too bad here. They're on that cannon, so I need to do something about that. But I should have a lot of options now, because most of the Phantasm Warriors are dead. So I'm not tied down trying to deal with them anymore. And I can really mess up their hero. But I think I'm going to do that with cannons because of the way things are lined up. Because I could hit the... oh wait, no, they're not exactly lined up the way I thought. Crap. I swear they know how to avoid that. Alright, I think a devastating charge with the Knight is in order here. Okay, I think I did like full damage there, so that's cool. There's a Frostling Apprentice that I could go chase down, although they would do a decent amount of damage to the Saber-Tooth Chariot, because Saber-Tooth is Tiger. and would take more damage from the ice. So I don't know if I want that. I think I'll send the Yeti out that way instead. I think I can blast that. If I have enough cannons, I could probably blast that Ice Queen out of commission. I think I'll do that. This cannon's got a shot ready, so... Oh wait, no, it doesn't have a shot ready. Well, I think I can give it one. Yeah, I kind of just want to get rid of her. I think Arctica's, or not Arctica, my leader is going to have to deal with those tigers that are putting pressure on the cannons. Do you have a shot? No, you don't. How much damage did Benham do to that if he assassin striked? Not quite enough to kill it yet, but enough that one more shot and he probably could. So I'm gonna use you to rapid reload this guy. Let's try to get you into position where you can... let's get Benham through there before I do this. Can you hit for full damage there? Okay, you can. Good. And Benham can go in and do an assassin strike. Okay. I could shoot a cannonball at the tigers. It's got a... Oh, no, it wouldn't kill him in one hit. Who's got moves left? Because I don't really want to just throw her at the tigers and have her take a bunch of damage and then have 2 units right behind her that could flank her. Because those tigers are going to actually do a somewhat surprising amount of damage back. And it's just her and those 2 cannons to work with. So what I'm going to do is use this cannon to shoot the tigers once. And I'll have her... Well, from this spot she could at least kill it in one hit. Then I could move the other cannon up to sort of guard her. I wish there was a way for me to turn that other tiger around. You know what? I'll let the cannon take this hit. Because tigers have predator, so moving her would have done too much damage. I'm going to get that as far away as possible and get that tiger off of me. That thing was doing way more damage than I thought it would. And let's see, they're going to move possibly on Venom. They won't do much damage to him. I'm going to move her here and start hitting that with spirit magic. And then she's at least facing the right way. This guy is going to go up that way and start pressuring those people. Have the Sabertooth come down here just to guard one pathway through to my cannons. And of course I'm going to take another hit, and they're going to try to snipe those engineers. And I think they're going to succeed. Yep. That stupid cosmic ray is really... I don't feel like this is really my fault. Like, that is messing up my engineers so bad. I'm going to have to build more of them. That's the problem with these battles, though, is you just never know where it's going to hit. You just don't know what to plan for. Alright, get out of here. Alright, one thing I need to make sure I do before ending the battle is... For one thing, these cannons up here never reloaded themselves, I don't think. So we're going to make sure that happens. I also need to make sure that my leader does a repair on the one that's damaged. I can rapid reload this one. between Venom and my leader. Well, actually, just what we really need is Venom here. He can finish that off. The Saber-Tooth Chariot can get the other guy. I might give it to the Knight instead, though. Are there any other repairs I can do, potentially? I think I'm good. Alright, all things considered, not bad. I lost a couple of engineers, but I think really the only reason I lost them was because the stupid ray attack kept hitting me at really bad times. But there are items here Venom can pick up and probably sell most of them. The Cure Disease item may be handy against Mogwai. That is a very good item. Holy crap. That is fearsome. Okay. I can sell the magic wand. I don't need that. That's a pretty good ring. Could go well on my Dreadnought, actually, I think. We'll send that to her, because Venom's already got cave crawling as a dwarf. This one can be sold. And this can probably go to the Dreadnought. Yeah, that's a heck of a lot better than that club. Okay, now, as quickly as possible, these armies need to head in for the kill on the capital. No waiting around on this one. We are knocking Arctica out right now. The Sphinx can continue to come along, though. It will catch up eventually. Upgrade your leader. I'm going to get rapid reload on her, especially considering I just lost 2 of my engineers. I'll save her other points. She's got a lot of other stuff she can pick up, so I'll save her other points. Those guys I'm going to leave stationed on this for the moment. Just in case anything tries to sneak up. Venom leveled up, but we want to save those points for Blood Brothers, so close that. Okay, an armory requires your orders. It's the guy underground. My scout will just continue to slowly lurk through the fog down here. Falling Clouds is 2 turns. I really, really need that to go away. Hold off on having them join the Empire just yet. Gold is too tight right now. Same thing with Vorburg. Probably, maybe need to take them off the list of even bothering me or asking me. You're gonna still be there for a while, bud. And that is the end of that turn. You know what? I have not quick saved in a very long time. So let's do that. Now, I think we're hopefully only 1 turn away from knocking Arctica out of the game, and that would take a lot of pressure off of me, because then, like everything they've got out here to the east, I just don't even have to worry about it at all. Again, not now on that guy. Select production for Zwug. What do I want to do in Zwug? What do I want to do with this city? I mean, probably use it mostly for economy. Yeah, growing its borders and clearing that is going to be kind of important. And getting the Heart of the Blight, for that matter, that would be pretty nice. I think for now, let's see, it's a city. It can grow once more to be a metropolis. Let's get an observatory in there, I think. An observatory would bump the borders up to get more population growth. And Then once it grows again beyond that, it would get the part of the blight. It would get a lot of stuff actually. Let's go for that observatory. All right, I've got my transformed Earth node thing is ready to cast. That can go down here. And then I am going to go right back to summoning spy drones. That'll help out with my research a little bit. Human cavalry is done. I think this city is okay for now. We're gonna leave them. I should be making the settler here. Army's ready to move in down here. I need to wrap this episode up, but let's go ahead and take a few more steps into Articus territory just to maybe see if we can get a clue as to what we're up against. I don't think it will be much. I think her army's strength has been sufficiently dwindled to the point where she doesn't have much left, but I think my dreadnought should be able to take a peek. Yeah, that's not going to be enough to defend against all these cannons. I've got too much siege. So I'm pretty sure I've got this one in the bag. I can maybe edge up just a bit with her, as long as that's 4. Yeah, that's 4. Okay, she does have a little bit more behind that, but I still don't think it'll be enough to stop all these cannons. Especially now that she's got rapid reload, can support the engineer. Alright, well, that siege will happen in the next episode, guys, but I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. Like I said, we're going to be doing 5. I'm recording 5 this week because I'm going to be gone next weekend, and we'll probably be releasing them on an every other day basis just to kind of be a more consistent stream of episodes. I think that should still also leave enough time for people to get their comments in before I record the next set. So that'll keep everything maybe more fresh in my mind. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, and Tarsak. Thanks so much, everybody.